Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the following contest is set for one fall. There is no time limit. It is the main event of Fright Night 2003. It is sanctioned by the Board of Directors of the National Wrestling Alliance and is for the NWA Wildside Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, he is your challenger from Jamaica City, Queens, New York, weighing in at 217 pounds, the genetic powerhouse. This is Onyx. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, hailing from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 290 pounds, he is the undefeated NWA Wildside Heavyweight Champion, Sean Hotstuff Hernandez.
Hotstuff Hernandez, an athlete who is so good he's actually scary. A man of that size, that musculature, to do the things that he does is truly overwhelming. And he has, in fact, overwhelmed all of his opponents, certainly all of them here at Wildside, as he's defeated each and every one of them, including nothing less than the Iceberg, of all things. Iceberg, a man who doesn't go down very easy, last I checked.
There is one word that describes this man, and that is juggernaut. Undefeated since he arrived here in Wildside. Undefeated as he has mowed through every man placed in his opposition, including but not limited to pinning the Iceberg twice. He is the single most amazing and dominant Wildside heavyweight champion in history. This man has been on a tear. There has been nothing stopping the freight train that is Hotstuff Hernandez. But tonight, he must face a man that comes into this matchup hungry, as Onyx gets a chop there. A man that comes into this matchup with another opportunity at a prize that has evaded him many times in the past, Steve, and that is the Wildside Heavyweight Championship. Onyx has been an institution in Wildside, one of the most popular athletes ever in NWA Wildside. He's held every singles championship possible in NWA Wildside throughout his glorious and amazing tenure. But the main prize, the big gold, has eluded him. Tonight, he gets yet another opportunity, and this may very well be his last in a long line.
That it could well be in a show of test of strength between these two athletes here. The musculature of both is considerable indeed. And like two rams meeting up, neither one is budging an inch.
These guys amazing. Onyx so thick and solid at 218 pounds is just ripped to shreds. But Hotstuff Hernandez with that tremendous height advantage. Both of these guys very agile for power wrestlers. Leapfrog.
Whoa!
Look at that shoulder tackle by Onyx.
That shoulder could knock down a small tractor, and a clothesline on the top rope, sending the champion sailing. And Hotstuff cannot believe the way he's been treated by the challenger Onyx. Chef G. Bailey trying to soothe the now frazzled Hotstuff Hernandez. Hernandez risking a count out here, which is not what Onyx wants, or that certainly, or any of the fans here at Fright Night want. And I should point out, too, that this is Onyx's second match here at Fright Night 2003. Seemingly, he emerged with his match with Michael Adrian, seemingly without any injuries, but unless he knows something that we don't. But this could place Onyx at a distinct disadvantage.
Michael Adrian is one hell of a competitor.
Yeah.
And Onyx with a big victory over Adrian there. Tremendous. But ladies and gentlemen, he is now in with the Wildside Heavyweight Champion. This man that is just unstoppable. He's like titanium in the ring. And look at him. He picked the man up by his head and tossed him. And then at that amount of power, gets up for a drop kick like that. He truly is the total package.
A stellar athlete in the form of Hotstuff Hernandez. Perhaps a brainbuster on tap for the genetic specimen, as all the blood is rushing to his head. The power of, and awesome power of Hotstuff Hernandez on display here. But Onyx is no pushover. Ask any Wildside fan throughout the United States.
Hernandez now going with that camel clutch, putting all the power and all the weight, all 290 pounds of the Wildside Heavyweight Champion on the back and wrenching on the neck of Onyx.
Now, if Onyx didn't have any injuries after his match earlier tonight against Michael Adrian, I think he's working on a few here with Hotstuff Hernandez.
Hernandez just has that camel clutch wrenched in.
He's pulling up on the chin, jamming the neck, bending it back in a way it's not meant to go, as well as sitting down on the lower portion of the back. The amount of pain has got to be excruciating. Not to mention having Jeff G. Bailey cursing at you from like 4 feet away.
And I'm just wondering if there's anybody in the back that can hear me. Do we have an update on the condition of Altar Boy Luke? Wait a minute. Onyx now.
How did Onyx even get Hernandez up?
The power of Onyx is unparalleled. This former tailback at Western Carolina University, a star in the Canadian Football League, and now in professional wrestling here in NWA Wildside, the one and only Onyx. But Hernandez charges. There's the power slam.
And what convincing it was, too. Onyx on top of Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez managed to power out fairly convincingly, so obviously a lot more softening up to do on the Wildside Heavyweight Champion.
And through my headset, I was just informed that Altar Boy Luke has been taken to the Habersham County Memorial Hospital, where he is undergoing treatment for that, and we'll get you an update if we can by the time this show runs out, fans. But wait a minute! The Wildside Champion spinning spiral bomb. Onyx kicking out at the very last second.
And Hernandez thought that was a genuine 3 count. Speedy Nelson does beg to differ, however. The senior official assigns this matchup as Hernandez and Onyx duking it out. The stakes are on once again, ultimately high, the Wildside Heavyweight Championship. Something very uncharacteristic of Hotstuff Hernandez, but since he's joined the ranks of the NWA Elite, it's a new hot stuff indeed, and I don't particularly care for it.
Hotstuff Hernandez with some of the hardest chops this side of Bruiser Brody. Reversal by Onyx. The challenger may not be done yet, but a head into the turnbuckle will certainly slow down his effort. Crotch first onto the top turnbuckle. Hernandez off the top. Springboard missile drop kick. The agility this man has is unparalleled.
It's scary how a man that big can do the things that he does.
Both of these men with their respective football background. Actually, Hernandez was a walk-on with a tryout for the Dallas Cowboys. Up and over, Hernandez to the outside. The hot stuff missile.
Like a bullet from a gun, Hotstuff Hernandez goes sailing over that top rope, right into Onyx, and Onyx is a mess. He's a mess.
And Bailey barking those orders. It's real easy to give that sage-like advice when you're standing there watching. But Onyx reverses Hernandez into the guardrail.
Almost went into the laps of the South Atlanta boys. Can't miss that. And a swift kick to the stomach. And Onyx somehow mustering up some offense here. After what he's endured, that is nothing short of remarkable. And Onyx, I'll be damned, he's going to the top turnbuckle. Is this smart? Yeah, I guess it is.
Big clothesline from the top by Onyx. He was a former Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's got that agility as well. And there's the Angry Man Slam. Hernandez kicks out of that.
And now he didn't kick out with much more authority than he did the last time around. So obviously the damage from Onyx is really beginning to seep in on the Wildside Heavyweight Champion.
You got that right. And these two are going at it tooth and nail, Steve. They're actually they're throwing out everything they've got here in this match.
Oh!
And there's the spear.
A devastating spear that has just leveled the challenger. And seemingly Sean Hotstuff Hernandez has got things well in hand.
Onyx may very well be a broken man, as the spear is usually the precursor to the Mega Bomb. And there has been no one yet in Wildside to get up from that.
And there it is. The end of the story. And Hotstuff Hernandez, you've got a man you think you need to be pinning.
Hot Stuff. Hot Stuff's going for another Mega Bomb. One to rub salt in the wound here. But he better not count his chickens before they hatch. Oh my God, Onyx is up a second Mega Bomb.
Oh man. Well, Onyx, try as he did and put out a mighty considerable fight, it was just too much for... No!
He picked out 2 Mega Bombs. Onyx wants it tonight, fans. Onyx wants it. He wants to finally put the final piece to the puzzle that has been missing in his Wildside career. He wants to make himself a part of history tonight. But a third, there's no way.
Oh my goodness! Look who just walked down the ramp! It's Iceberg! Neck brace and all. And he's turning Jeff G. Bailey into a skid mark. Oh. Hernandez eyeing Iceberg, unfortunately turning his back on the man who was gunning for his Wildside Heavyweight Championship.
Hernandez thinks he's got Onyx incapacitated. He is dead wrong. There's the blackout.
Iceberg with a blackout on Hotstuff Hernandez. We've got a new champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new NWA Wildside